Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. Clayton Kershaw's road to recovery is proving to be a remarkable journey, with the Los Angeles Dodgers ace showing signs of brilliance in his rehab assignment. The Dodgers have taken a cautious approach with the veteran left-hander this season, allowing him the time he needs to return to full health after a series of injuries. Kershaw, who underwent knee and toe surgeries in the offseason, has been building his strength back up in minor league games for the past 4 weeks. His performance on Tuesday against the Cincinnati Reds rookie-level team was a testament to his progress, as he pitched a flawless game, going 6 innings without allowing a hit or a run. It was a clear reminder of why he's one of the most dominant pitchers of his era. The fact that Kershaw was able to maintain such poise and control after several weeks of rehab is a sign that his recovery is ahead of schedule. The left-hander faced off against a lineup of young Reds prospects and shut them down completely. His performance was perfect aside from a single walk. The Reds couldn't touch him, striking out 4 times, showcasing just how effective Kershaw was on the mound. The Dodgers went on to win the game 3-2, with Kershaw's hitless outing being the highlight of the night. For a pitcher of his caliber, this game was more than just a rehab start. It was a statement that he is not far from returning to the big leagues. What makes Kershaw's recovery even more impressive is the backdrop of his injuries. After surgeries on his left knee and toe, many wondered how the future Hall of Famer would bounce back. The 37-year-old opted out of his contract at the end of last season, but after taking some time to assess his future, he re-signed with the Dodgers in the spring, agreeing to a 1-year deal worth $7.5 million. Despite his injuries, Kershaw's commitment to returning to the mound at a high level was unwavering. His decision to return to the Dodgers proved his desire to finish his career on his terms, and the rehab assignment is a key part of that journey. Kershaw's rehab assignment began in AAA with the Oklahoma City Dodgers, where he made 3 starts in April. He then made a stop in AA Tulsa before making his way to the Arizona Complex League. The gradual progression through these minor league levels has allowed him to test his arm and knee, with each outing giving him more confidence as he gears up for his eventual return to the majors. Through these 4 weeks of rehab, Kershaw has posted a solid 2.12 ERA, a 0.765 whip, and 7.4 strikeouts per 9 innings in his minor league appearances. These numbers reflect the dominance he has maintained even as he recovers from injuries. With Kershaw eligible to return from the 60-day injured list on May 17th, this rehab assignment is just one step closer to a full return to the Dodgers rotation. However, there's still work to be done, as he is likely to make at least one more rehab start before his big league return. The Dodgers, who have already been hit hard by injuries to key pitchers like Tyler Glasnow and Blake Snell, need Kershaw back in the fold. His leadership on and off the field has always been invaluable, and his return would provide a much-needed boost to a rotation in flux. Kershaw's journey through the injury-riddled 2023 season was tough, to say the least. In just 7 starts, he posted a 4.50 ERA, the highest of his career, with a 1.500 whip and a negative WAR. It was a far cry from the Kershaw that fans had come to know over the years, one who had been nearly untouchable on the mound. But even in a down year, Kershaw still managed to earn a spot in his 9th and 10th All-Star games in 2022 and 2023, proving that he still had the talent to compete at the highest level. The injuries may have caught up to him in 2023, but with a fresh start in 2024, Kershaw is looking to get back to his old self. For Kershaw, this rehab stint represents more than just physical recovery. It's a mental battle as well. After years of dominance, battling through injury can be frustrating, especially for a player who has given so much to the game. But Kershaw's competitive spirit has never wavered. He has always been one of the most driven players in MLB, and his determination to return to the Dodgers rotation is clear. His comeback will be an important moment, not just for him, but for the entire Dodgers organization. Kershaw's leadership and experience will be crucial as the Dodgers navigate a season filled with challenges. At 37 years old, time is certainly a factor for Kershaw. He's not getting any younger, but the fact that he's still performing at a high level after so many years in the majors speaks volumes about his work ethic and dedication. Kershaw's career numbers are nothing short of extraordinary. With a 212-94 record, a 2.50 ERA, 1.010 WHIP, and 76.5 WAR, he's one of the most accomplished pitchers in MLB history. His 3 Cy Young Awards and future Hall of Fame induction are all but guaranteed. But what makes Kershaw truly special is his relentless pursuit of excellence, even as he approaches the later stages of his career. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of Kershaw's career is his chase of 3,000 career strikeouts. Sitting at 2,968 strikeouts, Kershaw is just 32 away from becoming the 20th pitcher in MLB history to reach this prestigious milestone. Given that he's poised to return to action soon, it's only a matter of time before Kershaw achieves this remarkable feat for a pitcher who has already accomplished so much. 3,000 strikeouts will be the cherry on top of an illustrious career. Kershaw's ability to strike out batters with precision and consistency has been a hallmark of his greatness, and this milestone is yet another testament to his legacy. As Kershaw works his way back to the major leagues, it's clear that he still has plenty of gas left in the tank. The Dodgers' rotation, while hit hard by injuries, could benefit greatly from his return. The leadership and experience that Kershaw brings to the mound are invaluable, and with his determination and resilience, it seems likely that he will pick up right where he left off. The Dodgers and their fans are eagerly awaiting his return, and Kershaw's next start could be the beginning of another chapter in an already legendary career. For now, the focus remains on his rehab, but soon enough, Kershaw will be back on the big stage, ready to add another chapter to his incredible legacy. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Will Smith, the star catcher who once stood as one of the Los Angeles Dodgers' most consistent and clutch performers, has finally broken his silence about the real reason behind his unexpected departure from the franchise. In an emotional and revealing interview, Smith made it clear it wasn't about money, it wasn't about location, and it wasn't about a new challenge. According to him, it was about respect, or more precisely, the lack of it. Smith said he left the Dodgers because he felt undervalued, underappreciated, and underutilized. These words hit like a thunderbolt for fans who watched him bleed Dodger blue season after season. But for Smith, it seems the love wasn't mutual behind the scenes. The move wasn't just a change of scenery, it was a statement. A statement that even in one of the league's most star-studded teams, recognition isn't always guaranteed. Now, let's take a moment to digest that. Will Smith, homegrown talent, a guy who came up through the Dodgers farm system, delivered in countless playoff moments, and consistently played like one of the top catchers in the National League, felt pushed to the sidelines emotionally. From the outside, it looked like he had it all: a solid spot in the lineup, a powerful bat, and a commanding presence behind the plate. But what we didn't see, and what Smith is now exposing, is a locker room and organization that, in his words, didn't value his voice or his role the way they should have. And for a guy like him, who gave everything on and off the field, that hits deep. You don't just walk away from a team like the Dodgers without a damn good reason, and now we know what that reason is. Smith described how, over time, he began to feel like just another number in the lineup card. Despite his clutch hitting and rock-solid defense, he said the front office rarely consulted him on pitching strategies or team dynamics. Younger catchers started getting more attention in meetings, and Smith was often left out of critical conversations about game planning. He didn't want to be the star of the show. He wanted to be respected as a core part of the team's heartbeat. He talked about times when his input was dismissed or straight up ignored by coaches, especially during tight playoff series. Imagine being one of the most dependable players on the field and still feeling invisible in the clubhouse. That kind of disconnect doesn't happen overnight, it builds. And for Smith, it finally became too heavy to carry. There's something incredibly raw about hearing a player like Smith talk about emotional neglect within such a high-profile organization. It's easy to assume that because a player wears the jersey of a historic franchise, everything's picture perfect. But Smith made it clear, glory on the field doesn't always mean harmony behind closed doors. He recounted specific moments where he felt intentionally sidelined, like when pitching coaches bypassed him for bullpen catchers in pregame prep, or when media campaigns ignored his contributions altogether. What hit hardest, though, was his admission that he often felt like a placeholder, used when convenient, but never truly embraced. That kind of emotional toll can erode even the strongest professional relationships, and for Smith, it eventually reached a point of no return. And let's not forget, this is a guy who consistently posted numbers that rivaled all-star catchers year in and year out. Smith's bat was lethal, especially in high-pressure moments. He was never just a role player. He was a game changer. But according to him, the front office rarely acknowledged that. No long-term extension talks. No vocal backing from management when his name came up in trade rumors. Silence. For a player who gave his all to the franchise that drafted him, that silence spoke louder than words. So when the opportunity came to leave, when other teams came calling with promises not just of money, but of respect, Smith didn't hesitate. He took the leap, not because he wanted to, but because he had to. The reaction from fans has been mixed, as expected. Some are shocked. Others say they saw it coming. But one thing's clear. This revelation adds a layer of complexity to how we view the Dodgers' internal culture. For years, the team has been known for its depth, its data-driven decisions, and its steady stream of young talent. But what happens when the human side of the game gets lost in the numbers? Smith's story is a reminder that baseball isn't just stats and sabermetrics. It's also about relationships, trust, and feeling like you belong. And when that trust breaks, even the best-performing players can feel like outsiders. Smith's departure is no longer just a roster move. It's a cautionary tale. What's most intriguing about Smith's comments is that he never once trashed his teammates. He spoke with admiration for the guys in the dugout and expressed love for the fans who supported him. His problem wasn't with the brotherhood on the field, it was with the silence from above. That kind of distinction matters. It means this wasn't about ego. It was about identity. Smith wanted to be seen as more than just a reliable bat and a glove. He wanted to be part of the decision-making fabric. He wanted to grow within the organization, not feel like he had to escape it to evolve. Unfortunately, the Dodgers didn't see that vision, and now another franchise will reap the benefits. So where does Will Smith go from here? Wherever he lands, and sources suggest multiple contenders are eyeing him, he'll carry that chip on his shoulder. And let's be real, a motivated Will Smith is a dangerous Will Smith. He's not the type to burn bridges with drama, but he's the type to prove people wrong with performance. You can bet he'll have the Dodgers circled on his calendar when the season starts. And if there's any justice in baseball, he'll get his moment to remind them of what they let walk out the door. Because make no mistake, Smith isn't done. He's just getting started. And what about the Dodgers? They've got some serious self-reflection to do. Losing talent is one thing, but losing talent because they feel undervalued? That's a different kind of problem. Front offices talk a lot about culture and chemistry, but Will Smith's story shows that those words need to be backed by actions. It's a wake-up call. If a guy like Smith, who's proven his worth time and again, can feel disposable, then no one is truly safe from being overlooked. The Dodgers might still be a powerhouse, but internally, they may need to ask themselves some hard questions. In the end, Will Smith's departure is more than just another off-season headline. It's a reflection of how modern sports teams walk a fine line between data and dignity. You can crunch all the numbers in the world, but if you forget the people behind those numbers, you risk losing more than just games. You lose trust, identity, and loyalty. And that, more than any stat, might be what the Dodgers regret most. As for Will Smith, he leaves with his head high, his integrity intact, and a fire that's sure to fuel his next chapter. And something tells me this story is far from over. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.